Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Blues 1975. YouTubers on the rise, reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long Blues 1975.
This is Pac-Land on the Sharp X68000, released in Japan in 1994 by Denpa, the people who did a ton of the Sega ports, but obviously released in the arcades in 1984 by Namco in Japan and distributed by Ballet Midway in North America, and it was actually based on the Pac-Man cartoon, which I absolutely loved as a kid. So there are differences between the box art, cabinet art and the sprite, dependent upon whether it's in Japan or the West, to do with his nose to bring it more in line with looking like the cartoon. This was a phenomenally successful arcade machine at the time. And is it the first arcade machine with parallax or the first 16-bit arcade machine? I don't know, I read that somewhere. By all means correct me if I'm wrong, but I still think it looks utterly fantastic in 1984, especially when you consider what else it was running against. I played it in that arcade I was going about in Westwood Ho, and I absolutely loved and adored it, mainly because of the kids' cartoon, but I sucked at it. And I always struggled with the controls because it didn't have a joystick. It has a button for left, a button for right, and a jump button. I mean, I did play it in cabinets with joysticks, but that was probably because the board was in a different cabinet. But it is easier to do the springboard. I struggled the springboard on every home version because, you know, any version where you use a joystick. I'm using an Xbox One pad for this because with the arcade you just hammered the buttons once you hit it, and it was just so easy to glide over the water. Now this was released to everything: Amiga, Atari ST, this, Spectrum, Amstrad, Commodore. I have a gameplay of the Spectrum and the Commodore. It was released to the NES, and it was released to the PC Engine. That prior to this, I don't know yet, haven't actually played it, believe it or not. That PC Engine version was my absolute favourite version. Got a gameplay of that. And I got a gameplay of it against the arcade because it looked so much like the arcade, and it did something interesting with the controls where you used select and then the two buttons, so you can actually have three buttons to play, you know, like the arcade, or you could actually use the D-pad. Now let's get into it. So you've actually got to put money in. So that's what I think. Is this an emulation thing, or did they write it from the ground up and just gave you credits to make it more accurate to the arcade experience? People say the music's like really irritating because it's on the shortest loop ever. I love it. Lives top left, credits bottom left. To the right of my credits is my time, which is like me's. That was awkward. And to the right is round one. You got jump, you got walk, and you're slow, and then you got double tap and walk, and you got jump. I was just going to say, where is everyone? This place is empty. In fact, you could say it's a ghost town. See what I did there? Is that their horns? Can you jump on the roof? I don't know. See you later. See, as a kid, I thought this looked utterly fantastic. The sprite is excellent. Whoa, the background is lovely. It's very reminiscent of the cartoon show. I kind of play this like Pac. Well, I don't play it like Pac-Man because you can't. But the whole point of using power pills is just to make yourself invulnerable and run. Why is, I say this every time, why is there a church in the background? Yet the dead are everywhere. Get on that, church. Right, fruits for bonus. I think that's the high school thing, you know, lives up and shit like that. Wow. Ooh, the controls are uber tight. Look at him getting a sweat on. Poor little fairy. Right. See, this bit here is really, really impressive. Look at it. More so then than it is now. You know what I mean? I'm using member berry goggles and stuff. Ooh! Scheisenballs. Just carry... Why don't you just carry a stash of the drugs, Pac? You know? Now, if you watch my gameplay of the Spectrum version, you'll know that I talk about the infamous fiddled advert where it was Quicksilver, who later on became Grand Slam, where it looked like the arcade in just monochrome, and then when it actually came out it looked entirely different. But they did that a lot back then. Right, I gotta put this flat, because, oh no, we got the rolling boulders and shit first. Actually, the music's on a pretty small loop, but it's iconic. This bit I always play. They're not dropping anything. Budget haircuts all round. Obviously, you keep moving on these things. I would say this, and maybe I'm wrong, but it is an emulation because there's so few. Well, not few, but there's less sprites. I say that, and look at me about to get horrifically mauled. Look, they're dropping that. That's not going to happen on a D-pad. That is not going to happen on a D-pad. Well, maybe it is. It didn't feel right. Quantum leap door. Oh, well, let me jump through it, yeah. Right, so we've taken the ferry to the first fairyland, or is it just, I don't know, the motorway services for ferries? Oh, look. Can you give me some, like, magic or something, or crucifix? That would be nice. Sorry, I got windy pops. They changed the music. Oh, she's giving me shoes. Special magic shoes. I don't know if this is going to get me over the wall. Ooh! Hey, I can double tap in the air and speed up. So I'm going to say that this is pretty much arcade perfect. Oh, the music's awesome. But, and I could be wrong. Oh, I'm going to fly up here now. Yeah, I could be wrong, but it just feels like there are less ghosts. Hi, fam. Hey, y'all. It feels easier as well. Look, it's dusk. It's the magic hour. Oh. Did you not notice when you were thinking about moving, Pac-Man, especially since you got a young kid, did you not check out the neighbourhood and think, oh yeah, that's where you can jump on top. You got to be running though. Think there's an awful lot of the undead in this town. Possibly not the place to bring up a family. Really? I don't understand why I couldn't continue. Although I feel like I've achieved something today. Probably the first I've ever gotten Pac-Man. Yes, I am aware that that is a bit pants. Actually, maybe it's not. Maybe the sprite count for the bad guys is accurate. Also, I just realised it was double-decker buses. The ghosts were driving their kids around. With school buses. Did they not do enough learning when they were alive? Because if you think about it, they were all alive at some point, and now they're all dead. Yet they're carrying on like it's normal. Said this joke before, I'm going to say it again. I guess death isn't the handicap it used to be. Points for the quote. I'm all pensive now about whether I can do the diving board again, but I haven't even got there yet. So yeah, this is awesome. I mean, in hindsight, it's many, many years old. There's not really that much going on. I mean, if you look at like sort of platformers and that came after it, you got ghouls and ghosts and stuff. A lot more going on. Not quite the same sort of game, but still a platformer where you run from left to right. Whee! I think there's 8 stages. Did I mention that? Oh! What's the deal with pogo sticks? Why am I asking so many questions? It's a video game. Where's the bird this feather came from? Oh, no. Did that last time, didn't I? Shit! You got lucky, boy. You got lucky. I mean, I don't know why I said I mean twice then. If I got to play this as a kid, I would have been blown away. But then, maybe I'll do a comparison video. But how much better is this than the PC Engine? Although I think, oh, does the PC Engine not have Parallax? So many questions and gaps in my memory of games I've already, or versions, ports if you will, shit, I've already played. How come I don't die and get a ghost? How come when I die it's game over? Oh! But, clearly whoever the ghosts were before they died, you know, they get a second chance. Granted. Come on! It's in purgatory forever as a ghost. Oh, could have had all three of them! I mean, the art design is superb. Magic me up, ladies. Magic me up. Christ, I've only got one life left. She just disappeared. Thank you for the special magic shoes. Ooh, see, am I safe up here? I don't know if I am. No, would be the answer to that, as I get hit by a prop. I've still got my shoes though. Get your speed on, PAC. Ooh. I can run on the houses. I've never done that before. I did not know that was a thing. We live, we learn. You can run on the roof of the houses. Obviously, they're only at a certain part of that stage. Right, so you got to have your full speed on, haven't you, to, why aren't they dropping? To, jump the buses. Come on. There we go. See, why can't I jump the second fucking bus? I don't know. Pac-Land on the Sharp X68000. I don't know if it's an emulation thing, because I don't know, it feels a little off to the arcade, but not much. And it's an incredibly close and accurate port. Possibly, well, probably closer than the PC Engine. Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think. I could play this emulator forever, honestly. Just keep playing the arcade games on this, because it's like, you know, just reliving a part of my childhood with a machine that I never had, because who was going to have a $3 machine in 1987? Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you played this version or any version. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.